day, and welcome to the Victoria Electric Vehicle Association on YouTube, your source for all things electric vehicle and energy transition. As you see here, we're all about the solar as well. Driving on sunshine is what we like to do. Today, we have Chris Pallister from Shift Energy, and they are big in Victoria and spreading across the country. And today, what are we going to talk about today, Chris?
Yeah, well, first off, Glenn, thanks for having me, and thanks to the Victoria EV Association. You guys are incredibly active on all things EV, and of course, all things solar as well. So appreciate the love and the opportunity. We're going to be talking today about BIPV, Building Integrated Photovoltaics, and our new product, which is called ADRA. We've done one install in the world right here on the island in Victoria, and we're going to be showing that off and then talking a little bit about the future, the wattage of the panels, and giving you some details on that. So if you're good, I'm going to hit the share button
Please do.
and we will dive in. Everything check out on your side?
Yep, looks good.
Wonderful. So this is ADRA. This is a solar panel. Obviously, not the same size as the traditional panels that you're seeing on your home, Glenn, or Jim's home, or anyone else. This is BIPV, so it's integrated into the roofing panel. So this is essentially a roofing panel with solar built in. Let's dive ahead here. All right, ready for this? Let's see what AI can do.
This is more than just a solar panel. It's the future of clean energy, designed to empower homes and businesses alike. It's redefining what solar can do. This is ADRA. Are you ready?
Look at that. It's going to be the Matrix before we know it. Thank you to AI for taking us on that little promo. This is about the panel. So essentially, ADRA, this is the future of solar roofing. To kind of talk about the future, I always kind of go back just briefly to the past. My blue pill, red pill moment, if you want to say, was I saw a video on YouTube called Solar Freaking Roadways. And the idea was that we're turning roadway, anything that's concrete, we're putting solar panels down, and it had LEDs in it. So not only would it generate electricity, but you could change the road lanes, the parking stalls, and it had pressure sensors. So it could say like moose on the road up ahead. Anyways, super futuristic, super exciting. And that got me into the idea that if we have solar panels everywhere, we could capture a lot of electricity. Every second, 174,000 terawatts of energy is hitting our planet. If we captured all in solar panels in just 1 hour, we got enough power to power the entire planet for a year. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm excited about solar energy. I know you've got the solar bug as well. And so the idea is to capture this electricity. Aesthetics are a thing, and people are like, I don't know about solar panels, but how about this? How about we just build your roof with solar integrated into it? So you're building a home, any new home should have something like this on it because essentially, okay, how's this home going to self-generate? It's going to be solar. Great. Let's make a roof. Let's make it south facing. Let's not put plumbing stacks there. Let's not put skylights there. Let's leave room for this panel and many of its friends to generate electricity. And so that's kind of the idea behind this. This is where we think all new builds should go. And this is ADRA. So this is the first install in the world. And this is right here in Victoria, BC. I happen to know the homeowner here. He's a great guy. And it's me. And I'm really excited.
It looks very
I'm really
swish.
excited. Yeah. I'm excited to be the guinea pig. Essentially, that's what this is. This was a demo of the product, and we learned a lot on this install, and we've actually made some adjustments, and version 3 will be installing spring of 2026. So you're going to start to see this more. But as you can see or not see, the solar panels, they are there. That is a 10.08 kilowatt system, string inverter. Inverter goes down to the side of the house, 2.5 inch. So the roof, well, we'll see the install shortly here. But 72 panels, 2 rows of 36 on the top and the bottom. This is the south side of the house. On the north side, as you'll see in the video, there are no panels. We just put them on the south side. This is ADRA in the fall. Ooh. This is ADRA in the summer. This was a nice twilight evening when I sent the drone up. So you can actually, I like this one because you can actually see the panels now.
Yeah,
So there's two rows, 36 panels. Now these are the medium-sized panels, which are 140 watts per panel. There is a large size that's 190 watts per panel. What are you thinking out of the gate here? Anything jumping out to you or
well, it certainly, when you look at it from various angles, you don't know it's a solar roof. You just look at it as one of the metal roofs you might see around town.
totally?
So yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, really cool. So this where the ADRA logo is, that's the non-solar side, so that's the north side.
Right,
And but yeah, you're right, it just blends in beautifully, and that was the whole goal with this. You can actually also see in this one, I believe, my cat laying in the curb there, and that's me flying the drone in the top left corner.
right.
But yeah, pretty cool, pretty exciting. Now, the story, I'll be quick on this. The story is really interesting as well. Um, what's the relationship between Shift? Why am I here talking to you about this product? We use many different products. This is just another one we're using. Essentially, the wording is Shift has been the incubator that's developed this technology. So, Colin Strong, the owner of Shift, has been a part of this development team, and our other partners are in Europe, in Estonia. And so, Shift will be the initial installation partner in Canada with the idea being that one day maybe we can link up with distributors and get this to more installers across the country and in Europe as well and around the world. Why not go big and get this down into America? Although things might have to change down there before they start promoting renewables again, but enough on that. Um, this is the just a quick little video I threw together of 30 seconds here. This is Dan. That's Dan, one of the engineers, developers of ADRA. And there he is. He built all of these machines in his essentially garage in Estonia. And here he is testing it out. He's testing the modules, and this was the first prototype. He's tearing them apart
Yeah,
just to see, how durable they are. They got a bunch of water barrels on them. They made their kind of mock roof. And this is wind test. They did rain tests with high pressure. They left, the hose running for 3 days on these things and checked it all out. This is another wind strength test, temperature tests. They're just kind of putting ADRA through its paces, and then some. They even drove on it, and they hit the cell phone after. So that's kind of where it was born. Now here's the kind of specs. Everyone wants to know the specs. So I'll leave this slide up a little bit. You can see here
yeah.
there's the medium panel, there's the large panel, 140 watts, 190 watts, good old North American 16-inch in width. And then you've got 48 inches for the length and a little longer at 90 inches for the length of the large panel. Efficiency is similar to a traditional panel. I think the traditional longies we're installing are around 22%. So similar efficiency. Operating temps, the framing material, they're good for a 1.77-inch hail at 50 meters a second. That's class 4. I'm not familiar with the classes, but sure, we'll go
Right.
with that. Essentially, the idea here is that this is kind of Canada tough. We can install this in other markets around Canada, and it can withstand the hail and the winds and the rain that we see in this country that we're seeing lately here on the island for sure. Fire performance, good to go. There's your warranty information. And like I said, installing in the spring. This is the install. So this was ripping the shingles off down to the board, put on blue skin, and then you do the strapping, wood strapping, and then on the wood strapping, the panels go down and the wire runs through that 2.5-inch gap over to my inverter, which is on the side of the house. So you can see there are the ADRA panels going down and then the non-solar on the north side as well. And then we get to the kind of the finished product that we looked at.
Uh,
So again,
that looks really awesome.
yeah, it's kind of cool to see it all go into place for sure. So that's a brief intro to ADRA, and this is where we're gonna have some fun. I don't have my black jacket with me, but we'll see how many people get this reference. So at this presentation I did in Halifax with this slideshow, at the end I get here and I say, so this is ADRA, this is BIPV, and this is the way that we need to go. And for those that disagree, oh, I guess you can't see me on here as well. That's okay. For those that disagree, I say, I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how this is going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone and walk off this stage, and I'm going to continue showing the people a world that you don't want them to see. A world where they control their energy. A world of beautiful power independence. A world where anything's possible. And where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
Nice. Well, that's great, Chris. Yeah, like with all the solar, it is pretty nice to once you've put it up, you've frozen what you pay for the energy on your roof for the next 30 plus years, right?
Locked it in, and in this uncertain world we're living in, to be able to say that you know what your cost of energy is going to be is pretty special.
Yeah, yeah, and especially when the other sort of return on investment is you're also fueling your vehicle when it's an electric vehicle. So
EVs and solar is a match made in heaven, and that's why you're obviously out there and driving on sunshine. It's the only thing where you control your not only consumption of fuel, but your production of fuel. And if you have batteries, your storage of fuel. Like you literally can control all of your costs when it comes to fuel, whether that's fuel for your home, fuel for your EV. There's so much opportunity, and everyone talks about return on investment, and I think you've said the same thing. Maybe I've stolen this from you,
yeah,
but I agree. You know, it's a better return on investment than a granite countertop.
yeah, because the 40 grand you spent on your new kitchen after 10 years is worth zero.
Right? Totally. I know
Where
we're both preaching to the choir here, but
uh,
it's kind of like an awakening. It's a bit like the Matrix, which is why I had that connection. It's kind of this realization that you don't have to grow up, get a job, pay a power bill, pay your taxes, and die. You know, there are other ways to go about these things. So it's exciting to be in solar. And then of course with something like ADRA, you can just buy a home with that already on it. Like
yeah. And I guess like most other metal roofs, you can tune it up every few years just to make sure it all stays nice and tight.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's the goal here is that I mean, as you know, solar's no moving parts, low maintenance. Rain will take care of my roof. I don't have to do anything up there. Um, you can walk on it. As you saw, they drove a car on it, but we never recommend walking on it because who knows what could happen. You could slip up there. It is a slipperier material. Um, but yeah, no, it's pretty low maintenance. I don't plan on doing a whole lot on my roof for the next little while, except just watching my app constantly, as I know you two do as well.
Right, right. And so you've got one of the prototypes, and incubator. It also means you're also doing the risk mitigation. You're checking out, making sure that everything is tickety boo for when the general public comes along ready to buy. And
So
when do you think that might be, Chris?
the plan is spring. Yeah, I think we're taking quotes now. We're giving out free estimates now. If someone was interested in looking into this, we're 100% saying, come here, ask questions, give us your address. Let's see if this works for you. And the goal is to have the next line spring. Now, is that early spring, mid spring, late spring? I'm not sure, but we definitely want to get moving as soon as we can. Um, because yeah, we learned enough on my roof that it was like, yeah, this warrants making some adjustments to the design and even how we installed it. Um, but that's kind of what the guinea pig project is for sure. So it was a valuable lesson, and now we're ready to rock. I think we've got a couple projects in North Saanich, I believe. The interest has been great, as you would think it would be, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's waiting for Tesla tiles, and who knows what's going on there, but they're not in Canada. They're barely in multiple states, I think. So the idea with this is that it's a bigger panel, so there's less connections. It's not a shingle. There are less connections, and
Right.
it can be installed similar to a traditional metal install. So there's less training going into involved on the install teams.
Oh,
So
for sure. I mean, the best part is the part you don't need.
yeah,
So the fewer parts, the fewer junctions, the better the product is, especially when it's your roof, for roof integrity.
totally. Yeah.
For
And
sure.
so a lot of our installs are micro inverters. This is not, this is a string inverter system because of just that 2.5 inch gap. So there's no inverters under the panels. They just daisy chain together. There's an rapid shutdowns, which are obviously the safety thing, every 5 rows of panels. And then they string along just to the wood strapping. The wires daisy chain along, and then they just pop down through the eave, and then go into an inverter on the side of the house. Um, which, yeah, I'm trying to think. Do you have Solar Edge or APS? What are your systems?
I have inverters every 4 panels.
Right. Okay.
And I've got both. Um, because the new um, array that didn't match with
Expansion.
the other
Right.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they both
So
look
it's
great.
Yeah, and then no batteries on this system for me. It just feeds back to the electrical panel, and then that uses in the house first, and whatever is not used in the house, as you know, that little arrow on the meter, boop, flips and starts sending back.
It goes out to your neighbors and powers your neighbors, and as far as that goes, yeah, it's great from your point of view. It's going back into the grid, and you can get that back later on because it's banked with BC Hydro. BC Hydro should love it because they didn't generate it, they didn't have to transmit it, they only have to do a little bit of distribution in your local area. So it's a huge win for everybody involved.
100%, yeah. And now, for those that disagree, that say, well, I don't know if I like the solar panels, and now it looks good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For those people who need that, it's an
Yeah.
awesome option. I'm uh, you can't see mine because mine's pretty much a flat roof, and only the helicopters flying over my house get to see it, and the odd UFO. But I wouldn't mind showing them because yeah, it definitely catches on. We were the first in our neighborhood, and I think there's probably a 14 or 15 installations in my
Were you
neighborhood
the
now.
first in that area, hey?
Yeah,
Because yeah, I did a drone video of that neighborhood, and I think there's 14 installs.
yep,
All that shift got the opportunity to take care of.
yeah.
So I don't know if that's we owe you a whole bunch of referral bucks or what's happening there. But you're right, it's a conversation, right? And I know
Yep.
Jim, you're the same. Like as soon as people
Yep.
see solar panels or it's changed now from that, oh, who's that weird guy at the end of the street with the tinfoil hat and
Yes.
the solar panels to it's now becoming like a legit, oh, you got solar panels? Oh, we've been talking about that. We've been looking into that. Tell me
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, and
And
we have a great great power provider here in BC Hydro, but even they, at a minimum, their prices go up at the rate of inflation as the BC Utility Commission allows them. So the fact that you're paying X dollars to put that in today, those dollars are worth a whole lot more in 10 years or even in 5 years, like what I'm seeing here now with my setup. So yeah, no, it's
And
pretty
that
awesome.
toilet from the bathroom reno is just going to go to the landfill.
Yeah,
It's not
pretty
increasing
much.
value.
Yeah.
and I am well over 4 megabytes already for this year. So
Nice.
I know it's great.
Yeah, yeah. What's your system total size, Jim?
20.
Oh yeah. Oh man, Jim, living the solar life
I
over there.
know.
My
It's
guy.
just great. I so enjoy getting the hydro bills, which are $1.50, buck and a half.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, well, this has been great, Chris. I won't quiz you on any of the economics just yet because I know things have to come in and that'll all show up in the spring. So
Totally, yeah.
perhaps
Yeah,
once the weather
it's a
is really
I
good and
I
you
should
guys are
say
kind
it's
of
a
ready to talk about the actual pricing and stuff, we'll get you again.
totally appreciate it. Yeah, I should say it's a premium product and it is just that. So there is a cost for using premium products. And if you're concerned about ROI and this, that, and the other, maybe traditional solar is the way to go. But again, it's hard to nullify that because it's your roof as well. And if I did shingles, if I spend, well, I think my quote on just a standard metal was $50,000, which,
Yeah.
and that
yeah.
was, that's a roof. That's all it does. It's my roof, and great, I need a roof. That's important, but that's it. At least if you spend, these are just total random numbers I'm throwing out there. If you spend $70,000 on a solar and a metal roof, at least you're working, you're getting something back. It's not going to be a 5-year ROI, but you are getting something back and you're getting a roof.
Oh yeah, you're getting control of your power for the next 30
Totally.
plus years.
Yeah.
So,
We can go on, of course. Thank
yeah,
you
yeah.
very much for the time.
Well, thank you,
Thank
Chris.
you.
Chris Pallister at Shift Energy. Thanks for coming on. We'll do this again in a few more months. Merry, happy, because it is the season. And to the rest of you out there in YouTube world, thanks for joining us today. And remember to like and subscribe Victoria AV Association on YouTube. Have a great one.
Thanks.